Hello everyone, it's me RizzyRez, and this is one fact for every single Ben 10 alien. Now, looking at all your comments from the previous videos that I've done of where it's one thing for every single alien, I am going to be doing all of Ben's aliens, plus all the ultimates, plus the reboot aliens, plus Eon, because apparently some of you guys just wanted me to do Eon, so I guess I'll do him too. Remember that all the facts I'm saying in this video are taken off of the Ben 10 wiki, which is the most trustworthy place to get Ben 10 facts from, so there's my source of information. With all that out of the way, you know what to do. Like and subscribe and follow the Instagram, and make sure to watch my previous video. I spent quite a bit of time working on that, and it's not really doing that well, so I'd really appreciate if you go and watch that video, because I think it's pretty good. And without further ado, let's go. Starting with... T-Bloss is the only alien in the franchise that has eyes that has never been portrayed with green ones. The crew stated that if Wildmutt was in the reboot, he would look a lot more humanoid. Diamond Head is the only alien other than Waybig to defeat Vilgax, and the only alien other than Feedback to defeat Malware. During the time of Classic Series Season 2 production, there was a poll held up by Cartoon Network where fans could pick their favorite out of the 12 aliens introduced at the time, and Accelerate was the winner of that. Grey Matter was the first DNA sample added to the Omnitrix, but he was not from Azimuth or Albedo. Stinkfly was the first of Ben's aliens that he named on screen. Richard McGonigal says that Forearms is his hardest voice to do, and apparently he beat Nolan North for the role, you know, the actor for Nathan Drake. Ghost Freak was the first of Ben's aliens to repress Ben's personality. Ripjaw's original design was meant to be a purple crocodile creature named Razorjaws. Upgrade was the final alien used by 11-year-old Ben in a flashback in Omniverse, so therefore he's the last alien to be used by the prototype Omnitrix. Cannonball was the first alien introduced outside of the original 10, both in Classic and Alien Force. Wildvine's grenades were originally meant to look like fruits, and also Gwen's Wildvine counterpart is meant to resemble Princess Leia from Star Wars. Blitzwolf or a Benwolf was the first alien to be unlocked through DNA sample. Apparently, Snarrow or Ben Mummy can perform magic Egyptian-like curses, but apparently Ben can't stay Snarrow long enough to learn them. Frankenstrike was one of the many aliens that was meant to be in the reboot, but he was scrapped to be in the reboot because Shockrock was created for plot purposes. Upchuck is the only alien to have a known subspecies that Ben can use freely and switch in and out of. Argai was the first alien that was unlocked off screen. In the show, and as stated in UAF, Ditto is Ben's cutest alien. Arctiguano's design is based off of one of Upchuck's scrapped concept arts. Buzzshock was not available in Ultimate Alien, but he appeared in a non-canon comic. A predator for Waybig was conceptualized in Omniverse as a virus or mites and fleas. Spitter never talks at all and is the only alien to do so, since Wildmutt's ultimate can talk. And that's it for Classic Series, so let's move on to... Swampfire is the only alien to have a canonical on-screen design change when he turned into his bloomed form. Other design changes like Chromastone and Edel don't count because that's mainly just the crew wanting to change up their design. Echo is based off of an iPod, and if he sings he would apparently be really good at dubstep. Humongosaur is the most used alien in the entire Classic continuity, used a whopping 89 times. Jetray did not appear in Omniverse because Derek J. Wyatt, the art director of that time, could not figure out how to put a suit on him. Big Chill's infamous Omniverse design takes inspiration from Man-Bat from the Batman animated series. Chromastone is the only alien to have been killed twice, the first by Vilgax and the second by Charmcaster. He's also the only alien for Ben to die as without turning immediately back to human. Instead, Chromastone turned into Diamond Head. Brainstorm did not appear in Omniverse a lot because apparently his toys didn't sell well, which is pretty disappointing because he's actually pretty cool in Omniverse. Spider-Monkey's powers are based off of Spider-Man, but his looks in Omniverse are actually based off of Beast from X-Men, so he's got the whole Marvel spectrum going on. According to Derek J. Wyatt, he believed that Goops has different flavors based off of his colors. Ben's Goop is kiwi flavored, Albedo's Goop is raspberry flavored, Muck or Ben 23's Goop is blue raspberry flavored, Bad Goop is licorice flavored, Mad Goop is sour orange flavored, Nega Goop is black pepper flavored, Benzaro is grape flavored, the Argetrix Timeline Goop is peach flavored, and Gwen 10's Goop is strawberry flavored. This is probably one of my favorite facts from this list, I gotta be honest. If Derek J. Wyatt could go back and redesign Alien X, he would have given him clothes, and he's also the only alien out of the original Alien Force 10 to not be voiced by D. Bradley Baker. Lodestar is the first alien used by 16-year-old Ben in Omniverse. Nanomech is the only alien-human hybrid. Wrath is Yuri Lowenthal, Ashley Johnson, Paul Idings, and Eugene Sun's favorite alien. Water Hazard is the first alien to be physically scanned by Ben, because the Monsters Aliens was done accidentally. Amphibian is the only alien in UAF to have a colored transformation sequence. Armadillo's first appearance was in Tabloid Trouble, which is a non-canon comic. Terraspin went through a bunch of names before he got his final one, and his final name was actually chosen by Kathleen David, who was Peter David's wife, who was a writer on the Ben 10 franchise. NRG is the only non-duplicating alien to technically have two Omnitrixes, because he's got one on the outside of his suit, and he's got one on his true form, but apparently it's meant to be an error, and when he uses his true form, it's meant to unplug from his suit. Fast Track was originally made to promote the game Ben 10 Galactic Racing. Clockwork was first introduced by Ultimate Ben and then unlocked in the same series, which makes him unique from the other future aliens being unlocked in future series, such as Arctic Guano being unlocked in Omniverse. Chameleon has never actually had Ben shout out his name, because in his debut episode he pronounced his name as Overkill, which is not his final name, and in Night of the Living Nightmare, that was actually in Albedo's mind where he shouted out his name. Edor's concept art depicts him with 4 arms and a horn similar to the one appeared in Omniverse. However, when creating his concept art, Derek J. White actually wasn't informed of his eating abilities. Apparently, Jerry Rig is able to dismantle Cybertronians from Transformers. That about does it for UAF. Let's move on to... Shock Squatch was the last alien that Man of Action had a part in creating. Feedback was the last alien used in the classic continuity, and he was also designed by Dave Johnson, which is the original character designer from Ben 10 Classic. There is a huge life-size Lego